Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. It is 6:04, and it's a little warmer than yesterday. Each day is about 10 degrees warmer, 39 degrees right now. Tomorrow's going to be, it's going to be like 67 on Saturday, they're saying. Let's go. Bikini weather. Let's do it.
Bikini time.
Yeah. So we'll give you a full traffic and weather update here in about 120 seconds with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Give us that proof of life check-in. Already got one from Tony in Evergreen Park. He says, I'm here. I'm ready to rock. And I like guys say I'm ready to rock because it just usually, you follow that guy around the party or wherever you're at for a while and see what you're going to see something. Okay. Or he's a liar or nothing happens. Tony,
boring.
Yeah, Tony, Evergreen Park, thank you for checking in, man. We appreciate you. We got a lot for you today. An hour, Florence and the Machine tickets in Clash with Kenzie for that show at the Allstate Arena. An hour after that, at 8:10, we will have tickets and soundcheck passes for Cake, Q101 Twisted Night 2. 3 Days Grace tickets at 8:50 in music entertainment news, and head to headlines at 8:20, the funniest headlines of the week. You decide the content of the show. Because I have a dilemma this morning this relates to Harper's party and ordering Smoke Daddy barbecue, which is delicious. But, so we had it on Saturday. That's the day of the party, was Saturday. Then I've had it every day since. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I'm not sure if, was yesterday day 3 or 4? Because it was delivered Saturday, and I don't count that day. Like, then if I go to Monday, Tuesday.
Okay, wait. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
It was the third day of leftovers, the fourth day the foods existed.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you said it that way.
Right.
Because I want to eat it again today. There's still more leftovers, and I gave Case some leftovers too, and he's eating them.
I don't understand how there's still more. I feel like when I was there, you were almost out.
There was a lot. We hid some from you.
It's like Jesus there?
Yeah.
Like, it was a never-ending one pan?
Sorry, it was a very biblical moment of this pan of barbecue chicken and pork that just won't end.
You know when he turned water into pork.
Yeah.
It's some places redacted that part of the Bible. They just didn't want to see that part of it.
Well, that's a party trick right there. Like, oh, well, you have my attention now. Hold on. Wait a minute.
So I've eaten leftovers as long as 2 weeks later before. I've done that in my life until recently when now there's guidelines out there. I don't know when the leftovers got all woke and stuff. There's guidelines on leftovers. So when I Google it now, it says after most leftovers, you got to toss in 3 to 4 days in the fridge. But even in the fridge.
My rule, first off, seafood for sure.
Okay.
Non-seafood, the longest I think you can go, like this is pushing it. Like a lot of people want it fresher than this. I think the longest you should ever go with food is 7 days from its existence. So like you should stop on Friday for sure.
I'm surprised you're giving me that much leeway on this. I thought you'd be
That's my husband's like you, where it's just like, I'm like, this doesn't smell good. He's like, I'll have it. I'm like, what?
Well, if you had like garlic.
Why would that be your first response?
Because garlic, salt, and pepper, and then you nuke it up warm, and it doesn't smell as bad anymore.
After if it's more than 7 days, and he's like, I'll still eat it, I tell him no. Like I'm like, it's not. I can't have you in the hospital. Like it's not worth it. Do you understand? Like, let me just make you something else.
Yeah, I know, but I can't waste food, especially when we think about God Bless the Gravy. I can't give it to God Bless the Gravy because it's leftovers at this point.
They don't want that.
No, this is because I'm talking like you got like noodles and stuff. Like, I don't think you can do this with seafood. You gotta have a stronger line on that.
Well, according to the woke guidelines the government gives us now,
relax.
Meat and poultry says only 1 to 2 days in the fridge.
Yeah, that's because I'll tell you what actually happened to me. This is crazy.
Oh no!
I hosted just inside the family Thanksgiving on Sunday. Okay, that's the only day everybody was free. It's hard to a lot of moving parts. I had an entire Thanksgiving on Sunday. I hosted, and I had a charcuterie board out. Okay,
love those.
Love them. So here's what happened though. So I threw everything that was left on the charcuterie board, which was almost gone, but I threw all that away because that was sitting out for a long time. But I had leftover like slices of salami and stuff that never made it. They're still in the fridge, right?
Yup.
Like I didn't use the whole pack. I popped one of those in my mouth yesterday and almost threw up everywhere. I had to spit the entire thing out. The meat was rancid. And
Salami?
I opened it Sunday and it wasn't expired yet.
Yeah, salami lasts like years in the fridge. Years.
I wasn't gonna say that. But it was unbelievable. It was genuinely rancid to a point where all I did, it just touched the taste bud. I didn't even do a chew on that
Interesting.
bad boy. Like I could tell so fast. And I couldn't eat dinner that night because my stomach turned so heavy from that.
Ugh.
And that was Sunday. It was Tuesday.
Yeah,
I thought it'd be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine. I mean, the guidelines say most leftovers 3 to 4 days in the fridge. Meat and poultry 1 to 2 days. I don't know how they do that because they say most up to 4 days. Then they say meat and poultry 2 days. Well, meat and poultry is most leftovers. How can they give? What are they doing to me here? Eggs up to a week. Soup and stews 3 to 4 days. Fruits and vegetables. Well, forget it. I don't
Eggs
care.
a week.
I
That
know.
surprises me.
Yeah, and then fruits and veggies 3 to 5 days in the fridge. But there's no fruits and veggies and part of this party.
None of those.
None of those. So today is, let's see. So according to you, today is day 4 of leftovers, because Saturday was the
Birthday.
That was the day it was because
the birthday of the food.
Yes, the day it was conceived was Saturday.
Saturday was
Right.
patient 0
the
of the
first day
pork.
of life
Yeah.
was Saturday.
Yeah.
So your first leftover day was Sunday because that's what they were left over.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. Today's the 4th day of leftovers.
So did you
Yes.
give me leftovers that I can't eat? That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out.
it says most leftovers 3 to 4 days.
But poultry,
Wait. Poultry's chicken and
the things
Yes.
you gave me. You gave me beef and poultry.
well, pork is meat.
Yeah.
You gave me beef and pork.
Again, what am I supposed to do? Most leftovers 3 to 4 days. Meat and poultry 1 to 2 days. Well, what the hell? There's not most leftovers that aren't meat and poultry.
I just want to point out
The
that
weird thing is that seafood would be also really strict. So
they don't even put seafood in here.
Maybe you're just not supposed to eat it the next day. It's so strict. No leftovers.
that was real. You can't handle the truth, energy. They didn't put seafood in here.
Where's the
I didn't make the
seafood?
list. I like the way he's gonna punch me in the face.
So I'm gonna eat it today, Case. It's up to you.
Okay. Well, I just want to point out that you could have brought me leftovers on Monday, and I could have had another day of runway with these. But I believe you said like your hands were too full or something on Monday, so I had to wait an extra day for them.
Yeah,
might
what do you mean?
There might be an actual quote. I don't remember. And that's just. I didn't want to go back in the fridge after I had my backpack on.
I get it. I'm chopped liver.
I
I
don't-
understand.
well, no, I had my routine.
What do
right-
you mean after you had your backpack on? You don't have your backpack in your hands.
No, so I
That's
get.
kind of like it's like this whole thing.
People may not understand that everybody has a routine in the morning. I had my hoodie on, my coat, threw the backpack on. I'm checking the lights to make sure. I always check the furnace room for a minute. I open up to make sure there's no fire in there for some reason. And then I'm going to the door and I go, oh, I forgot Case's leftovers. But then I got to start all over. Take the backpack off, take the coat off, take the hoodie off.
You literally don't. You can walk to the fridge and grab it and then leave.
But it needed to be put in a container that I don't care that I'm not going to get back. And I didn't have it in one of those.
Why can't you have a backpack on your back while you do that?
It just messed up the routine. I
yeah,
couldn't do it.
he's mentally ill. You have to remember.
It's a small asterisk next to everything he
yes.
does.
At least we forget he's damaged.
Not to mention, I was looking up the leftover take on that one, and that's where I started this
And
whole
getting
journey.
angry, just punching your refrigerator.
You know, these woke government guidelines on leftovers. Bunch of BS. Let's eat today. We'll be fine. We'll be here tomorrow. It'll be good.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And as I said, a lot of the facts in the last week and a half have been very apocalyptic, very negative. I'm not saying this one isn't, but it has a positive spin on it where there's something you do in your teenage years. There's something you do, according to a new study, that if you do this, it will lead to way more money and success over people that don't do this. Okay? Does that make sense, Kenzie?
So just if you do this, is it like every day?
Often.
Yeah, every day sounds like too much, but then again, it could be every day. It could be weekly, it could even be monthly. But if it's something you do, at least you do it when you're in your teenage years. You're pretty much, according to the study, they did a big study to show what happens when they did this, and the ones that didn't, it leads to big money and success later in life. I'll just take a couple of them off the table right now. It's not studying hard,
It's not reading.
Yeah.
It's not doing volunteer work.
Yeah, it's none of that crap. So let's get that stuff off the table right now.
Enough of that.
Another thing that you'd think like would lead to that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's something that it's not typical.
Okay.
Because you were going to say
No.
studying, right?
No.
Volunteer work.
Bible thumping.
No, I was gonna say it's gonna be something stupid like make your bed. It's gonna be like, oh, because it shows your mind that you're, disciplined or something. It's gonna be something like that.
If you want to say that, that's fine. That could be your guess.
Okay, it's gonna be something stupid like that. Like
Something
making your
stupid
bed.
like making your bed. Do you judge people that don't make their bed?
It bothers me. And I just
So you thought
I
it was
just-
stupid, but you judge people that don't make their bed.
No, it's stupid. It's like you're more likely to be rich. Okay, whatever. Guys who make their bed all the time. Me.
And,
Not rich.
And not rich?
Not
Okay,
rich.
Yep. Noted.
People that make their bed love talking about how they make their bed, that they think they're so much better than everybody else.
Well, I just feel like I read that before. Like, oh, this is a 13% chance higher. Your kid won't suck if they make their bed. Like, there's just like all these weird, start your day off like that. It's a mental reset. And like, if you don't have clutter, then you think straight. Like all those things. I just don't want my house messy. I'm like, make your bed.
I will say that if I don't make it, I leave and it's not made because Megan's still sleeping in it. I can't
That's
suffocate her.
fine.
I can't suffocate. Put a pillow over her head.
I'll allow it.
But on weekends, like I make it right away because if I don't make it by a certain window, I don't make it. Then it's too late. You missed the window to make the bed. If you don't do it by I don't know.
See, no, that bothers me. You
Yeah.
should just, especially because like if you take a nap or something, because you nap.
I do, but I don't go back in the bed to nap. Sleeping.
Where do you
bed
nap?
On the couch. Bed is sleeping.
But that's where everybody's hanging out, is at the couch.
I can sleep with whatever's going on around me. I can take a nap on the couch. I don't care what's happening.
I'll
Pots
tell
and
you what,
pans
I went to
banged
your
over
house-
my head.
I went to your house for the first time on Saturday. I don't know how you fit on that couch.
Oh, it's a pretty big sectional couch.
You know what? I haven't been to someone's home in the city in a while. I felt so fat. Everything's so miniature in the city. Everything's smaller. And I felt like a massive giant. I'm like, I felt so uncomfortable because of that.
What else is smaller besides you thought my couch?
Like, everything. Everything is, it's like you're a giant in the scale because even like the fireplace, like you have everything.
Yeah.
But it's just smaller because it's in a city. Like your fireplace, I was like, I could rest my elbow on. Like it's just like it's like so weird.
You can't rest your elbow on your fireplace at home
No,
right now?
I can't. I have to
You can't
stand
reach
on a
it?
ladder to get to the top of the mantle.
It was Sasquatch living there before you? Made everything huge?
It's just like I forgot about that. Like, and I was trying to fit in spaces. Like, I'm too fat. Like, you don't even like if you're buying a couch for an apartment, it's different
Yeah.
than if you're buying a
Sure.
couch for a house,
Yeah.
right? It just is. It's different scales. And I'm just like, oh my God, I feel just huge. I felt so fat at your house. I hated it.
Well, I feel bad that you left feeling that way.
I'm like, I'm huge.
It was a party. It should have been okay.
I felt bad.
I don't know what
I
to
didn't
tell you
have
on
any
this.
cake.
Well, you didn't have any cake?
No, because I got a piece and then I sat down on a piece of furniture I thought it was gonna break. And then my son Marino came over, took my spoon, shoved the entire thing in his mouth and ran away. I'm like, I'm just done. That was a sign that I am too fat.
I didn't realize all this PTSD came from having Harper's 3-year-old birthday
Oh
party.
my God. It rushed back to me.
Oh, well, keep the invite away from 4-year-old party.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, your 3-bedroom condo seemed massive to my studio apartment. I couldn't believe all the space in there.
It was spacious. It's just that everything's like smaller.
Yeah, what do you have? A home in the burbs?
Yeah.
Sure, it's bigger.
Yeah.
No question.
We gotta talk about your guest room at some point. We don't need to do that now, but we gotta talk about your guest room at some point.
All right, so the question is something you do when
He's
you're.
nice over that.
No, he wants to move in. I know what he wants to do.
We'll talk about it later.
He really is going to negotiate getting out of his lease to live in my guest room. That's what he wants to do. That's why I'm sloughing over it quickly.
That's what I'm saying. You're like, and anyways.
And so,
so on and so forth.
okay, so the fact today is when you do this when you're a teenager, it leads to money and success over teenagers that don't do this. And it's not the boring stuff like studying or, like.
Reading your Bible.
It could be making your bed, though. Kenzie, guess that. Making your bed every day. What do you think it is, Case?
I think it's getting into fights. I feel like every successful person's like, yeah, back, when I grew up on the wrong side of the tracks and I was swinging on people all the time. And I'm like, oh, man, I didn't get into any fights. Now look at my life.
Did you ever get in a fight when you were a teenager?
I've
like,
never-
like I mean, a real fight.
No, I've never been in a fight. I've been in verbal
You've
altercations.
never been in a fight?
I know, please don't hit me. But I've had my way of words with people. I've got a bit of a sharp tongue, if you will.
Yeah.
But I've never been in a physical fight.
You are a verbal assassin.
But
you
it makes
are.
me feel like a giant loser having never been in a fight.
Yeah, I've never been in I've been in fights that started and there was this kind of pushing and then like a little bit of an elbow and stuff and that's it. But
elbow.
But off the top rope.
Oh, I'm throwing an
Through
elbow.
a bow? That's it.
Oh, I got sharp elbows. I broke a nose in basketball once. Someone else, not my nose, someone else's kid. Someone else's nose. But
Were you playing in a CYO game as an adult?
it was a church league. But I've always wanted to be the kid in high school that would stand back, drop his books, and then put his fists up like an old school boxer and go, "We're gonna fight." I've never done that kind of fight. Like we're like I'm the one starting the fight.
And then finishing it,
And
too.
if I'm a finisher, I wanted to be a finisher.
Yeah.
Something tells me Kenzie's done that where she's had like a.
I've gotten into so many fights. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable they even gotten in a fight.
But did yours start like did you ever start one like that where you were like, this is a fight, I'm starting it now?
Well, I got bullied a lot because I moved from North Carolina to Minnesota. And I moved from a really diverse area, which was good for me, I'm Latina. And then I moved to an area where that wasn't diverse and it wasn't very welcoming. And I got made fun of a lot. And I was curvier, I wasn't like tiny, and I got made fun of for a bunch of stuff. And that really bummed me out for a long time. And then I started dragging bitches down the hallway, and you know what? They stopped making fun of me. So things really changed in high school.
And that leads to more success, kids out there, dragging bitches down the hallway.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give you this fact in 3 minutes after My Chemical Romance, Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And you can guess on the text line 312-591-8300 what you did as a teenager, and it leads to more money and success over the ones that don't do this. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we're going to talk about Target's got a new policy for the holiday season. And I'm not sure you're going to love it or hate it. I don't know. Kenzie, I'm not sure, but we'll get to it. It's a new policy for Target where obviously some of the most shopping
Like
goes.
at Target, you're saying?
At Target.
Okay, well, this directly affects me, so I don't like to know what's happening.
That's right. This is,
Thanks for joining us after the break, Kenzie.
yeah, this is.
I'll be here. Let me tell you something.
I'm telling you, this is big, too. This is a big policy change at Target.
Okay.
So we'll get to that in 10 minutes. Just hang on. We'll get to the fact here first that makes your brain
We
go.
started with that. I'm stressed.
Just, I want you to relax for a minute, though. So the fact today leads to when you do this as a teenager, other than over teenagers that don't do this, it leads to success and more money in life. We went through a lot of things discussing there. Kenzie said making your bed. Because I said it's not, studying more or, coming from a different kind of household, whatever. Just charity, volunteer work.
Ugh.
Screw all that crap.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. Good news.
Some people guessed not eating crust, like on your bread or pizza.
Not eating crust on the pizza. Oh, I guess. Okay, all right. I still don't agree with that. I was like, crust on the pizza, that would just be the cheese then. But
Yeah.
I see what they're saying. Never mind.
I mean, it depends on the pizza. I mean, well, I'm not going to get a whole pizza conversation, but
Please don't. We don't have time.
But crusts are delicious.
We don't have time. We have to get to the Target thing.
First, we're going to finish the fact where, in case gets us just getting in fights, the people that fight are more successful. Both those are wrong. One listener kind of got it right, going to keg parties in the woods, which I loved doing as a kid, going on Party Road to the keg party. It is
That was
this.
our guess.
That was a listener's guess. But the answer is teenagers who binge drink earn more money and have more success later in life. Now, not a great message out there for the kids, but I can say I was that kid. I started drinking when I was 13, and I didn't drink a lot, but when I did drink, I drank to get drunk.
You started drinking at 13?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's insane.
I mean, I'm not saying like I had a $400 of whiskey out there.
Don't back it up now.
I'm not backing it up. I'm not saying you should be like
I'm
me.
not backing it up.
I'm not. but I'm also I'm not beep beep.
I'm not backing it up.
I'm not backing it up.
Not like a U-Haul truck.
Whoa.
I guess what I am is I'm stunned, and I obviously work with two people here that are younger, that you didn't do that. Everybody I know, we went into the woods. We had our older brother's friends buy us booze, put it in the woods, and we went there and we drank it at 13 years old. Like, I'm stunned that you two didn't have that. But I don't know. When's the first time you had a drink, Kenzie?
I mean, on God, the first
boy.
time I truly drank was when I graduated college and I went to Puerto Rico to celebrate. I visited some family there.
So you're saying around 20, 22, you didn't have a drink until you were
Well, I
22?
graduated at 19 from college. So I did that.
Jesus.
I know, I was on a fast track.
In 1 year, you graduated college?
No, it was two. It was two.
Okay.
So I did my degree in 2 years.
Okay.
She did orientation and they gave her a diploma.
She has
they're
dinner
like,
at
"You
3
get it?"
o'clock now. She'll be in the grave next
I got a
week.
broadcasting degree. They're like, you're talking.
You can talk. You're good.
You nailed it. No.
So was it-
2 years?
So was it 19 then? You had your first drink?
Yeah. Like I was like, that's where I actually drank. Like my parents would let me have like a toast champagne on New Year's when I was 16. Like I did
Yeah.
that. But like that I truly drank was for the first time, like felt it was in Puerto Rico after college.
Wow. And then Case has never drank because he's straight edge.
And that explains so much about my life. I should have been drinking as a teenager. Things would have gone so much better for me.
I would.
Idiot.
Whenever you decide to just take one day and get drunk, I can't wait to be there for that day.
You have no idea how many people have said that.
Yeah.
The problem is if I start drinking, I'm going to have to send out a newsletter to be like, all right, let's start scheduling some drinking appearances because everybody wants to drink with
You know
me.
what you have to do? You have to do it just at your wedding because everyone will already be there.
Oh, well, okay. I have to find somebody to marry first.
Yeah.
Should have started drinking as a teen. Would have been
Yeah.
easier.
Well, here's what led to this study. Professors and colleagues spent 18 years monitoring the drinking habits of more than 3,000 Norwegians. So I don't know if we trust these Norwegians or not. From the age of 13 to 31. They found the ones that started drinking in their late teens, some in the mid-teens, early 20s, had higher levels of education, income, and those that practiced than those that practiced abstinence or minimal boozing. So that's how the study came to this, realization that if you drank younger or drank, binge drink, meaning, and listen, a PSA here, binge drinking not healthy, not good for you.
You love it, though.
I love, because I'm not the person that's going to drink every night or have this nice fine wine or whatever. But when I drink, I do want to get buzzed. So I'm going to drink enough to get buzzed and get my buzz on and feel good.
You love getting your buzz on.
I love being buzzed. But I don't do it that often. I have a kid now, so it's got to be that specific night. We got a babysitter, and I'm going to go out. I'm not sometimes it goes a month goes by before I got a buzz on.
Oh, no.
Very depressing.
Oh, no. What a tough life you live.
Yeah. But I don't know. People are calling me out on the text line, but you telling me that people listening, no one drank at 13, went into the woods with some old styles, had some, like the hippie that hung out in front of 7-Eleven and tucked him in you gave him like $20 for a 6-pack and everyone in the woods and drank?
This sounds like the sort of a therapy story, not a happy memory.
I loved it. It was great. It was awesome.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Well, coming up in sports, how about that Illini basketball team? We'll get to that. Plus, the Blackhawks and Bulls have huge, huge games tonight. And as the YouTube TV, Disney, bad negotiation is coming to an end.
Fiasco.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of better words. Because I want to swear because I haven't been able to have ESPN or ABC7 for a week and a half, and it's annoying. But it's coming to a close, maybe? I don't know. We'll have that information for you in sports. But first, breaking news about Target. Kenzie's been sweating since we gave this information 10 minutes ago, wondering what the news is.
I am. What is happening?
So it's breaking news on new policy at Target.
Okay.
I think we all love Target. We'll be heading there a lot for the next maybe every day until the holiday season's over. So as the holiday season fast approaches, new policy at Target. Target is urging its employees to add a little more jolly to their work routine. I'm not sure you're going to like this, Kenzie. Okay?
Okay. I don't work there, so I don't know what you mean.
Well, you might not like people doing this, too, around you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Retail giant Target will require employees to smile and make contact whenever they are within 10 feet of a customer.
Oh, that's not fair.
Why?
Because, like you're stuck in yourself. People are focused on stuff. Do you know how often, when people try to talk to you at a store, they get brushed off by people all the time? Like, don't put them in that position. They're like kids.
Oh, you're saying you're defending the employee, saying they shouldn't be put in that position to force to talk to somebody when they don't maybe not want it.
When it's not that you can tell when someone's walking by and smiling, like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" But when someone's focused, when somebody walks up to you and they're like, "Can I help you?" And you know how often store employees get brushed off because they're being forced to go. Don't put people in that position to have negative interactions. That's not fair for the employees.
Well, maybe some people think that they're never getting attention in a store or getting any help, and that's why they're doing this now, to have always the appearance of help, smile, and welcomeness. Let me read more of the press release. They told the outlet that employees will be expected not only to smile, but make guests feel welcome with body language and eye contact. If they're within 4 feet, the employee should ask how the customer's day is going or if they need help. They need some help. I think that's wonderful. I think that's nice. I love small talk. I love I like to feel important in a store. And like I'm the only customer in
What about
there.
when you're walking around the store and there's somebody with like in 10 feet of you all around you? Be like, can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? Like, what are you supposed to do? Rapid fire?
I would love it if 10 employees swarmed me and walked around with me.
But like, how is an employee supposed to hit? Like, there's more customers than employees.
Yeah. It might actually eventually look like, a baseball outfield where 2 guys go for the ball and run into each other trying to say hi to Kenzie. And then they miss the ball.
I got it.
No. Kenzie's coming. I got her. The new staff policy is a program called 10-4, with the 10 referring to the number of feet Target employees will need to be aware of. Target didn't specify whether the policy would go into effect or what potential reprimands for employees would be. USA Today reported this.
They're going to take him out back and shoot him.
Put him down.
Old Yeller.
Yeah.
The changes come ahead of the new incoming CEO, Michael Fiddleike, who recently told CNBC providing a more consistent customer experience is one of his key priorities. His tenure, which begins February 1st, comes at a critical time for Target. I'm not sure what that means. That sounds pretty ominous.
Well, Target sales are down.
Yeah,
down this year.
Target's facing a lot of bad stuff right now. There's like Target boycotts and all sorts of stuff.
Am I missing something? Why would you boycott Target?
Well, it's
They
interesting.
got in trouble.
So, for a while, and I'm speaking in a very broad point of view. I'm going to do my best not to take a stance on this. For a while, Target was too woke, and there were people going in stores and like filming children's sections of shirts with rainbows on them and saying to people. But then,
But wait.
then-
So a lot of people were like, F them, F this woke company.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
go ahead.
And then at the start of the year, Target said, "We hear you. We are rolling back all of our DEI policies." And the customers that like Target were like, "Well, didn't ask for that. That's not cool. That
So
sucks."
now they don't do the DEI hiring, and then that upset people. So they kind of got double boycotted.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of decided to take no side. Like they did that. They took both, and it was like, wow. Like it was you like offended both sides of the thing. It was really weird.
That's why you should never listen to people. Just do what's in your heart and do it. Like if you had the DEI and you made rainbow shirts, if somebody got mad you had a rainbow shirt, I mean, get over it.
Go off, King. Absolutely.
I mean, I never liked that anti-thing where companies, you put rainbows and people were like, well, they're just a corporation trying to appease a certain section of the society. But does it really matter? It's kind of nice if they put a rainbow shirt up there or a rainbow on their Tide box. Well, why not? Is that really, you're going to get mad about that? I'm still going to Target to buy stuff.
I agree. Some people were not, though.
I know. Some people were mad about it. God, if you're getting mad about that, man, look in the mirror. Anyway, I guess I took a stance there. I didn't want to take a stance.
Very unlike you. I'm proud of you.
No, I've always been for rainbows.
You're pro rainbow.
I'm pro rainbow to the core.
And then in a minute, Brian's like, "What do you mean it means gay?"
Wait, I was saying that.
Oh, listen,
I thought it was just rainbows.
as somebody that's been on the float in the Gay Pride Parade, I'm fine with all of it.
There
Let's
you
go.
go.
Let's
The
do
one float.
this.
You're on the one float.
Can I tell you that?
Well, when we could afford it, we had a Q101 float back in the day.
We still have some, just not on the main one.
Oh, okay.
Can I tell you something that happened?
I was the freaking Grand Marshal back in the day.
So, you know how we have Dougie Styles at our station?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I know Dougie Styles. I don't know where the story's going.
And wait,
though.
and you know how my husband's Roman, so they were Styles and Roman back in the day. They had a radio show,
Yeah.
okay, way back. They had to be on a float for the radio station they worked at the Gay Pride Parade, and this is back before you could text it or anything. Their boss got a handwritten letter because they were, quote, flaunting their straightness, and they weren't allowed to go any of the other years.
Wait, so they tried to do the right thing and they got bounced from it?
They were flaunting their straightness.
How did they do? Did it describe how they flaunted it?
That's what I said. I go, what is that? What does that mean? And he goes, I don't know. And I go, were you like only pointing out girls? He goes, probably. Honestly, we were probably only talking to the girls. Like, hey girl, you look good. Like ignoring her.
But they're still on the float. They're representing. I just should have
They
been
were
okay.
up there only representing straightness,
Oh,
is what I
boy.
was told.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my gosh, that happened to our very own Dougie Styles.
We can call him on the weekend and talk about it, bring back some memories with him. Back to the point at hand. So I'm fine with this. I think it's great. And I mean, Case, how do you feel about people smiling and coming up to you and saying, like, do you need any help?
This will surprise some people, but I think my most boomer characteristic is that when I'm going to a store, I like some level of customer service. I recently went back to my old stomping grounds. I was at the Lids locker room at Water Tower Place, and I walked in that store and nobody greeted me. Nobody told me about the deals that were going on. Nobody asked about my favorite sports team. And I was standing there, hands on my hips, going like, well, this is not how this store should be run. Back in my day, I was greeting everybody that came in the door. Everybody heard my voice. I'm okay with this, actually. I like a little bit of help at the store.
Yeah, look at that. That's a very boomer mentality from Case. It's pretty interesting.
Who would have thought?
I love it, too. I love great customer service. I'm going to give another shout out to a good place. Was the Home Depot on Halstead in the city. And, you go in Home Depots, they're so big, and there's just, the employees, they're scattered around. It's hard to help everybody coming in like they want to do here. You go in that Home Depot in Halstead, but right when you walk in the door, within 3 seconds, someone says, hey, what do you need? What are you looking for? And I go, I don't know. I'm looking for some wall paste or whatever. And they go, up, that's 27 on the top. Go to the back of the aisle. It's right there. And another one will come up to you, another person for something else. Every employee at that store has memorized all the shelves of a Home Depot of all things. Shout out to the Home Depot on Halstead and Lincoln Park. It is the best.
Can I read this text that just came through?
Oh, boy.
773 texted in and said, as a former Whole Foods employee, they rolled out a 5x5 rule. Greet a customer within 5 feet within the first 5 seconds. One time, this lady just yelled at me, leave me alone. You're the 6th person. She wasn't even in the store for 5 minutes.
See, this is proof you can't please everybody. It sounds like
getting waterboarded.
Sounds like a great idea to be nice. To maybe actually part of the job description to meet people.
But I guess this is what I was saying to you about, like, I like good customer service. I'm not saying that. But when you're forcing a bunch of people to do it, you can tell. And, like, that doesn't feel good either.
Well, let the kids learn about confrontation then. The employees have to learn about, like, how to deal with a grumpy person.
That's an interesting pivot.
Like, you got something in life you're going to have to deal with. So why not get it to them while they're working at Target? So Kenzie, somebody's going to Kenzie. May I help you? Leave me alone. I'm looking at boots.
Leave me alone.
All right, coming up in sports, a lot to get to. Bulls, Blackhawks, huge games tonight. A huge one with the Illini basketball team last night, and hopefully an end to the struggle and bringing back ESPN and ABC 7 to YouTube TV customers like myself and Case. All that in 3 minutes with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.